Titanfall 2 on PC. It's finally here, guys. We're going to be posting a bunch of videos on my channel over the next couple of days covering everything that I have found and seen and played in Titanfall 2's PC version during a recent trip over to Respawn Studios for a PC gameplay capture event. So first things first, before I can actually get into any details, I do have to disclose I am being sponsored by EA for all of these videos coming out of the Titanfall 2 PC capture event. In addition, I'm also being compensated by NVIDIA, who so graciously are going to be sending me a GTX 1080, so I may be able to provide a higher quality YouTube channel, higher quality stream for you guys in the future. So huge shout outs to both EA and to NVIDIA for making all that stuff possible. But I do want to note that everything that I'm saying here is not being paid for by any of these companies. You know, they're not instructing me to say certain things or anything like that. I can say or do whatever I want. The only thing is that, you know, they compensated my travel so they could send me out there, and they're sending me a graphics card as a thank you for everything that I do for the game and for recording a little bit of footage for them for NVIDIA to use for advertising purposes. But I can have my own opinions, and all my opinions are my own. I mean, I guess you have to keep in mind that, you know, it's hard to have a completely unbiased opinion when things like this are happening, but I'm going to try and be as fair and reasonable as I can in my evaluations from this point on. So with all that out of the way, guys, let's move forward with the actual fun parts. So the first thing on everybody's mind is, how is the PC version? How is the PC port? You know, what is the game actually running like? Is it terrible like we're all expecting? And the answer is no. I mean, at least from my experience. So we played on systems with 144 hertz 1440p monitors made by Acer. I will leave a little note right here with the actual model number. If memory serves, is an XB270HU. We played on GTX 1080s with a 6700K CPU, 16 gigs of RAM, like just beastly systems, right? Like not like the absolute toppiest of top tier, but you know, 99th percentile systems for sure. Like these are fantastic computers that they put us on. And yeah, we were playing 1440p, 144 hertz, no frame dips with like max settings. Everything was running absolutely fantastically. I mean, it felt like a true PC game. I didn't feel like I had any input lag. You know, there wasn't any VSync that was screwing me up or anything like that. Everything was smooth and good. When you put in your mouse sensitivity, you can actually type in a number this time, so you're not playing with a slider, you're not editing config files. You can actually say, hey, I want my DPI to be 400 in my mouse software, and I want for my in-game sensitivity to be 2.5, and that will translate into an X number of inches, you know, per 360, which you can calculate, and you'll figure out exactly what your turning speed is, and you can define exactly what you want. So no more guessing games. An absolutely fantastic change that I've been campaigning for a really long time, and we've got it. So it's feeling really good. However, to be fair, I can't speak to lower-end systems. I don't know what it's going to run like on any other hardware configuration because everyone's hardware was on that one configuration. Well, I guess there was one exception. There was a system that I played on running a Titan X and a little bit better hardware. I'm not sure what was in the better hardware tower, but it was running the game at 4K 60 FPS for recording purposes. For NVIDIA, and I'm the only one that got to play on that, at least during the day that I was there. I believe a few other players got to play on that setup on the other 1 or 2 days that players were in to play the game. So I'm not the only one, but that's what I played on a little bit as well, and it felt just as awesome. There was a few minor bugs that were not quite fixed when I played, but were, to my understanding, were resolved by the time the next group of people in, so just a couple days turnaround time. Absolutely phenomenal work, especially over the weekend doing that. Like, just imagine what the full game will be like if a little bug is found. But anyways, yeah, so it was a fantastic trip. I had a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself while I was out there. You know, they put me up in a hotel, they flew me out. I got to meet all kinds of developers that I never really got a chance to meet from the last time I was out in LA for EA Play. Drew McCoy and the Zilch are two very good examples of them. Just because they were destroying me when I got to play with them. Like, I was for some reason under the impression that that the developers are not that great at their own game. I don't know why I would possibly think that. That is the most asinine thing that I could ever think. But like everyone always says, like, you know, that they play with the developers of a game, like the developers are terrible at their own game. This is not the case by any means. Like, these two guys in particular were crapping on me all day long Like, they were just absolutely fantastic players and fantastic people, especially Drew. It was just so much fun to get to talk to and interact with. These are the kind of people that I would absolutely love to meet up, outside of like the gaming industry at some point. Just have a beer and just talk about like random shit for an hour, and it will be a total blast. Like, these are like the coolest guys. You see a PR face that they put on when they're doing like official videos for Respawn or EA or whatever, but when you meet them in person, when the cameras are off, God, they're just the coolest people ever. So it was really, really, really a fantastic experience, and I'm really glad I got to meet all of them. You'll see in the gameplay clips here, you're going to see GameSager's name popping up a lot, so I got to meet GameSager for the first time, as well as his brother, and a couple of other players as well, who have been following Respawn ever since the very beginning. Ever since Titanfall 1 first came out, there's these guys that have been following them to every single event that that Respawn has put on, whether it's in the US or Canada or Europe, whatever. They're following them to every event. So they were out there this weekend as well to come and join us for some playtime, and it was a whole lot of fun. So the big question in everyone's mind is, well, what more can we expect from you from Titanfall 2? And I've got a lot more content coming for you guys from this event. A couple more videos will be posted today on Thursday when you're seeing this, and I will sprinkle a few more out throughout the weekend. I'm going to be aiming for about 8 videos or so. I think I have enough video content that's actually decent to put out 8 videos. And if I'm allowed, I believe I am, but I will try to post a few raw gameplays just with no talking over them, no anything, just straight up pure gameplay for you guys to watch, to listen to enjoy in its full glory. And there's some really, really fun reveals that you guys are going to get to see. I'm sure by the time you're watching this, you've already heard what those reveals are, but in case you haven't, just keep your eyes peeled on my channel. You're going to learn some really cool stuff about Titanfall 2 really soon here. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being so patient. The game is running fantastic. It truly does feel like it's made for PC. This isn't like a bad, crappy PC or PC port like from a console version. Like, this was designed for PC just as much as it was designed for consoles. Looks beautiful, runs fantastic, and I had so much fun playing with it. So I can't wait to have another opportunity to get my hands on it once the full game releases. So thanks again for watching, guys. Next up, you're going to be seeing some Titan videos, and I'll see you when those drop. Take care, guys.